Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to today's video. Today is the most exciting video of the month, for me at least, and it is to do my TBR game. I play a TBR game every month that is based on a baseball game, and basically I have to get around the board by rolling a 12 or 20-sided die as many times as it takes. This game is fully inspired by other creators, so Sylvia and Stephanie. So I'll have their channels linked down below. But first we need to decide, are we gonna be using a 12-sided die or a 20-sided die? So we do that by saying whether I read the books that was on my TBR previous month, and we go from there. So the first book that was on my TBR for the month of March was The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. This was my punishment prompt. If I don't finish my TBR, not only do I have to use a 12-sided die, but I also have to pick a boyfriend prompt. And that is one of these. My boyfriend makes me prompts and they tend to be really difficult, so they're punishments. Even though like I want to pick them, but you know, it's still punishment. The book I picked was The Correspondent and was a book of someone who was close to us, and I didn't read it. So all of a sudden, we lost. Right off the bat, we lost. I did really try to squeeze this one in, but it just did not happen. Today's the 30th. I'm in the middle of 2 books right now. I really need to finish those before the end of the month. So I don't think I'm gonna get to The Correspondent in some miraculous thing. Like if for some reason I don't have to work tomorrow, it's possible I could read it, but I have to work tomorrow. So and the rest of the day today. So it's not happening. But anyway, unfortunately, I was not able to get to that one. Now, I do want to do his prompts. So what I'm going to do, and what I've already done, is take the book that I picked for that prompt and put it into my TBR jar so that I can pick from there, and maybe I can pick that book again at some point and make sure that I'm actually reading the books that I'm picking for his prompts. So that's kind of part of the punishment as well. The next book that I got from... Next, I rolled a 4, and I got TBR jar, and I got The Bone Season, which I did not read, so bad. Next, we got a 1, and the prompt card was, these are the prompt cards, if you're unfamiliar with the game. It is my bookmark, so I'm not going to lose my place again, but I got the Detroit Tigers, which is part of the American League collection, and read a book that has an exotic animal on the book or cover. I've not finished this book, but I will finish it today and tomorrow. I'm on page 283 of like 400 something. So once I usually get to the last like 100 pages, I'm like zip through it. I really like this book so far, but it is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I'll be able to add this card to my collection. Yay! The next one that I got was next I rolled an 8, and I got another prompt card. For this one, we got Busch Stadium. It was a ballpark collection, and it said to finish a series. I picked We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. I did not get to that one. I don't own that book, so I'm not surprised that I didn't get it. But because I didn't get to it, this card will go back into the deck, and maybe I'll pick it again. The next book that we got was from the TBR jar, and it was When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I did not get to this one. I did a very bad job. Very bad job. And then I rolled a 10, and the prompt card for that was read the first book that comes to mind from the video game collection. It was MLB The Show. And I picked Graceless Heart by Isabella Banez, and I'm happy to report that I did read this one. Yay! So I get to earn this card as well. That doesn't go back into the deck. Next was a 1, which was another TBR jar prompt, and I got My Friends by Frederick Bachman, and I did read that one. And then the last thing that I got was an 11, which landed me on my free pick, and that ends the game, and I chose This Is How You Lose the Time War, and I unfortunately did not read this one either, although I'm gonna try to get it onto this month's TBR if I can. If I can't, then it'll be rolling over because it's a buzzword challenge, and I didn't do the buzzword challenge, so if I'm not able to do that, I'm gonna try to roll it over to the next month and still do the prompt, or maybe like something else will come up that will fit that prompt, but I need to read this, so I haven't read that one yet. And it's very short. I really should have gotten to this, but it just didn't happen. I did read 7 books, and I'll be done with 9 by the end of the month, but just not the ones that were on my TBR, per usual. So because I did not finish my TBR in the month of March, I will be using a 12-sided die, and that also means that we need to pull a punishment prompt. So from here, I'm gonna go for one like kind of maybe on the bottom. I'm gonna go for this one. So he makes me prompts every Christmas, and they relate to like our relationship and stuff. So if I don't finish, there's not 12 though, so I don't just pull one every month. There's only 10, I think. So maybe at some point I'll finish a TBR, but probably not, let's be honest. So let's see what the prompt is. This goes on the TBR no matter what, but if I can fit it to another prompt, then it's allowed. If I can't, it's just an extra book. So a book based on somewhere we want to go together. Okay, so it has to be like a real place. This really could be anything because I want to travel the world together. So, you know, let's see. I have to pick a book that's based somewhere we want to go together. I'm kind of thinking this one. Where is this based? Maui. I definitely want to go to Hawaii. So I'm going to go ahead and go with The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I have a very busy month coming up, and I really hope that the game is kind to me this month. I have to go for a couple of nights in Boston for work, and then I also have a wedding celebration to go to, and then we're going on vacation. So this will be a really good like vacation book. So I'm not mad about getting that. Hopefully I can also get it onto the TBR some other way as well. But The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. This takes place mostly in Maui, which I believe is in Hawaii, I believe, hopefully. But either way, it's tropical. I want to go there with him. So there we go. We'll read this one as the punishment book. And I do think I'll be able to do this because I'm going on vacation and it's going to be hot. I'm either going to be in Florida or on a cruise. Not really decided yet, which I know is very late to not know that yet, but there are circumstances. But this will be the first book. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the game. I'll quickly explain the rules. So if we land on a blank spot, that is a prompt card. So I have to pull one of these cards, and whatever it says, I have to fit the prompt and try to read a book that fits that prompt. If I read that book, I get to take the card out of the collection and add it to my collection, add it to the books that I've done, and I have like a set of prizes where if I finish collections, I get to buy books basically. The next tile that I could land on is the series tile, and that just means I need to pick a book from the series jar. This has all the series that I've started and have not finished yet. TBR jar, also self-explanatory. TBR jar, I pick from here. If you want to know what's in the TBR jar, definitely check out this video right here. I think it should be on this side. This side. I think it's this side, whatever. Yes, so definitely check out that video if you want to know everything that's in here. And then if I land on first base, that means I rolled over. It's an easy ground out. I'm out and I have to start over. Not only do I have to start over, but I also have to pick a book from this, which is the popcorn bucket, the Red Sox popcorn bucket. They're my favorite team, by the way. And I have to read whatever's in here, and I have to go back to the start. If I land on second base, that means I got caught stealing. I was trying to steal a base and I'm out, which I would get caught stealing. I'm not very fast. And I have to go back to the start and also pick a book from the popcorn bucket. This has every book that I own and have not read yet, either digitally or physically. And then if I land on third base, blown save. It's a blown save. We were winning the game and then we gave up a run to tie, okay? It's a tie. We didn't lose, but we tied. So that means we have to go to extra innings. And in extra innings in baseball, you have to go back to second base. They start with a ghost runner on second. So we'll just be going back to second, not all the way to the beginning. And then if I land on home, not only do I get to end the game and pick a free space, if I roll exactly enough to hit home plate, I get to remove a book of my choosing from the TBR. So let's see how this goes. I'm really, really hoping for an easier TBR this month because I just feel like I'm never going to be able to finish a TBR. With all the other challenges and stuff that I do, it just never happens. So hopefully we can have an easier month. And because I'm saying that, I feel like it's probably going to be bad, but let's go ahead and get started.
All right, here we go. Roll number 1. We're using the 12-sided die. And then I have Mr. Labubu as my piece this month because we got him at Revolving Sushi. And that's what I did last month, so we'll continue that. If we go to Revolving Sushi in April, I'll use that piece for May. Or I'll pick something else, I don't know. Okay, roll number 1 is a 2. So bad start, but okay. So prompt card is going to be the Washington Nationals. Read a book with a political element. Oh, I don't know what to pick here, but okay.
Okay, so the first roll we got 2, so bad start. But the card we picked was the National League team for the Washington Nationals, and this is to read a book with a political element. For this one, I'm going to go with Beneath by Ariel Sullivan. I read Conform late last year, I believe, and I liked it. And this is the prequel to that. This definitely has a political element because it's people who live like underground, people who live on the actual like planet. I don't even know if this is on Earth. I think it is. And then the hierarchy like lives in the clouds. And so that's definitely like a political element. I believe this is like about like a rebellion that's starting to take place in the other book. So this is a prequel to that one. I liked the first one, and so hopefully I'll like this as well. I don't know how I'm gonna like it because it doesn't have the love triangle, and I really like love triangles. Or maybe it has a love triangle. I don't even know. I haven't read anything about this, but it does follow a woman, Sasha Cadell. She works in the expansion sector trying to escape the memories of those she lost. Her bleak existence is upended when Tristan Hayes, a handsome, frustratingly determined commander of the force, recruits her to join him and his elite team of soldiers as they embark on a secret mission to the surface. Okay, yeah, so she lives underground. So I'm excited to read this one. Plus, it's going to work for my Sims, one of my Sims prompts. So if you haven't checked that out, that video, definitely check it out. I will link it for you, but it is, I'm so excited to do that. But this is, I'm very happy I was able to get this onto my TBR. Plus, it's going to count as my March read for Herkyed, which I need. So that's the first one.
Okay, roll number 2.
Really?
A 1. Okay. Again, a prompt card. At least I'm getting opportunities to get prompt cards, so that's good. Let's go over here. We got mascots. Read a mystery or thriller with Captain from, he's the Rangers, I believe, mascot. He's just a horse. Really weird horse, but he's a horse.
Okay, and then we rolled a 1. So a 1, this was not working out to be a quick month, but that's fine. We got Captain, who is the mascot for the Rangers, and we got Read a Mystery or Thriller. I'm gonna choose The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I believe that one of the books in the series just came out, a new one, and I'm definitely interested in this. I've watched like the first few episodes of the show. It's not too long, and yeah, it's like, looks like it's under 300 pages, which I really love. Yeah, it's 306. Actually, that's the acknowledgements. It's 303 pages, so that's fantastic. It's not very long. And also, it's going to work for one of the monthly challenges that I do as well. So this is perfect. I'm going to read The Last Thing He Told Me for my mystery.
Please something bigger. Please something bigger. Please something bigger. Oh, 5. That is bigger, but it's not that bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Series jar. Okay, what series are we going to be continuing? I didn't put The Serpent and the Wings of Night in here accidentally, but we'll put that in for the next one. Beasts of the Briar. Okay, so this is the, I think Woven by Gold is the next book that I have to read, which I'm not mad about this. It's a Kindle Unlimited book, so that's good.
All right, the next roll got us a 5, and with that, we got a series jar, and we picked Beasts of the Briar by Elizabeth Helen, I think it is. This is the series that I'll be continuing. The next one I'll be reading is Woven by Gold. It's a Why Choose romantasy, and it's on my Kindle, which is great because I'm not going to be spending a lot of time like at home this month. So anything on my Kindle, I greatly welcome. So I'm excited to read that one.
Okay, so just not a 2. Or I think a 12, but maybe just not a 2. 5 again. Oh gosh. This is terrible. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least it's another prompt card. We got ballpark card, and this is Globe Life Field. Read a book with no people on the cover. Oh, nice. I think I can double up the On Honeymooners with that. That's exciting. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so then we rolled a 5, another 5, and got another prompt card. And for this one, we got a ballpark for Globe Life Field. And this is read a book with no people on the cover. And this is great because I can double up The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This is very exciting. I'm so glad I was able to double up the punishment book. It makes it way more likely that I'll actually finish my TBR this month. So very happy about this. I feel like this might also be on Kindle Unlimited. So if I don't want to bring it with me on the vacation, I can read it that way. And it looks like there is some like text and stuff in here too. And there's big margins. Happy about that. I did read, it's funny, I actually read a Christina Lauren book, The Paradise Problem, I read last time I went on vacation. So interesting. I went to Mexico last year. This year, I'm not really sure where we're going, but yes, excited to read that one.
Roll number 5. Hopefully I get a big number. Oh, a 10, yay. Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Another prompt card. I'm glad I'm getting the prompt cards because it is makes it more flexible for me. So we got On the Field, which is the infield. Read a book that was published last year. I can do that. That's easy. Okay.
Okay, and then we finally rolled a big number and got a 10. We landed again on a prompt card, which I'm happy about. And the one we got was read a book that was published last year. This is from the On the Field collection and it is the infield. I decided to go with Our Infinite Fates again because it's on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I haven't read it and it's gonna count for 2 Herc prompts. So I thought I would just try to pick some of those books. And so that's gonna be our next one. I believe this is a story about 2 people who are destined to kill each other in every lifetime. And it's their story of like how they try to avoid that this time. I think I read like a web something like similar to this. It was very poorly written, but I read something about this like a long time ago. It was definitely not this book, but it was, and I found it interesting. I never finished it because it was like one of those ones you have to pay. And I was like, I'm not paying. I would just buy the book if it was real, but it wasn't. So anyway, I'm excited to read that. It's been on my TBR for a while and it's going to finish some Herc prompts for me. So that's very exciting. So we're going to go with that one for Our Infinite Fates. Plus it's also on the Kindle. Perfect.
All right. 2. Awesome.
TBR jar.
1, 2. TBR jar. This is not going well. All right. Ooh, but I am excited to read this book. It's Wool by Hugh Lowry. No, Hugh Howey. Hugh Lowry, I think, is an actor, but Wool. I'm excited to read that.
Next, we rolled a 2 and we got the TBR jar, but I wasn't mad about it because we got Wool, which is the first book in the Silo series. This book was recommended by a coworker. We were all visiting the office for a, I don't remember why we were there. Maybe the holiday party? I'm not sure, but we ended up going to a bookstore, 3 of my coworkers, well, myself and 2 coworkers, and we went to Beacon Hill Books and Cafe in Boston. It's on Charles Street. And the book that I got was Wool because one of my coworkers said that this was her favorite book. So I decided to get it and it came out of the TBR jar, which is very exciting. So we'll be reading that this month.
Okay, roll number 7. Roll number 7, here we go. It's another 5. Oh my gosh, I've gotten so many 5s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, 5. Series jar. Okay, let's get from the series jar. I really hope that I can land on start or on the home plate so I can remove something because this is crazy. Summer. Oh, okay. So We'll Always Have Summer is going back on the TBR. I don't own this book, but I do need to finish it to finish the series, so that's fine.
And next we landed on a series tile again, and that was because we rolled a 5, and we'll be reading We'll Always Have Summer. I have had this on last month's TBR. I didn't get to it, mostly because I just don't own it. But it will fit for a Sims prompt, and it'll finish out a series, which is exciting. So we'll be reading We'll Always Have Summer, which is the last book in the summer series by Jenny Han. This is the Summer I Turned Pretty series. And that will also finish off a Herkyed square. So I gotta do it. I gotta read it this month. Plus I can get it on my Kindle, so that's not bad.
Okay, roll number 8. Let's just get a 12. I did get a 12. That's what that means. Okay, I don't know if that actually brings me to home, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so that means that I not only get to remove a book from my TBR, but I also add a free pick. So this is so exciting because I think I can double up and remove something. That's exciting. Okay, yay. I think this is good. I think this is really good. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the TBR, but we shall see.
Okay, and the last thing that we got was a 12, which actually landed us on home plate, which means I get to remove one of these books from my TBR. But first I have to pick my free pick. And I'm gonna go with Agnes Auber's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. This is by the same author of the Emily Wilde series, which I really loved. So I am very excited to read this one. It's gonna be my February new release book for Herkyed. And yeah, I'm excited to read this one. It's, again, not very long. It's like 300, just over 300 pages, and it seems like a cozy fantasy, perfect for April, I think, personally. So we're gonna go with this one. I'm excited to read this book. Okay, so I get to remove a book from my TBR. I need to decide what book that's gonna be though, because I have no idea. I'm not gonna be removing this one because I need it for a new release, and also it fits with another prompt. Also, something I didn't notice is that, oh, I thought this was Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, but it says Curses and something. Are her books on here? They are. This is so cute. So the Emily Wilde books are actually on her cover of the new book. I think that's so cute. But I'm gonna be keeping this one. Wool we could remove because it's pretty thick. And yeah, it's like over 500 pages. So that's an option. Our Infinite Fates, I don't think is a very long one. Maybe it is, I have no idea. I need to finish through The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is punishment plus like a prompt card, and I'm going on vacation. I wanna read that one. Beast of the Briar, Last Thing He Told Me Beneath. I think I'm gonna remove Wool, which I'm kind of sad about because I do really want to, I do really want to read this book, but it is the longest out of all of them, and that's basically the reason I'm removing it, and it doesn't really fit for any other prompts that I'm doing for challenges when other things do. So that's a bummer. If I have time at the end of the month, maybe I'll pick this up, but I am going to be removing it from my TBR because I landed on home plate. Yay. Okay, so we're removing that one, which is sad. I'll put this back into the TBR jar, and hopefully we'll be able to pick that another month and read it. But I think it just doesn't fit as well as all the other books for all the other things that I'm doing. I'm sad I'm not reading that. Should I really remove this? I think I have to. I just have too busy of a month coming up. So, okay, so let's go over what the TBR is. First, we have the punishment book, which is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Next, we had a book with a political element. So this is number 2. So this is Beneath by R.L. Sullivan. And then I got Read a Mystery Thriller. So The Last Thing He Told Me. So that's 3 books. Next I got Woven by Gold, which was the Beast of the Briar. That was a continuous series, Woven by Gold by Elizabeth Helen. And then we got No People on the Cover, which I'll be doubling up, The Honeymooners. So that is 4 books total because I get to double up that one. Read a book published last year is going to be Our Infinite Fates. And then we got Wool, which I removed. A series, so We'll Always Have Summer. So that is number 5. And number 6, I believe, is Agnes Auber's Mystical Cat Shelter. So I think there's only 6 books on my official TBR. That is amazing. Okay, I think I can actually finish my TBR this month. I think it can happen. No, there's 7 books. Yeah, there's 7 because I forgot about We'll Always Have Summer. So it's these 4 plus We'll Always Have Summer, Our Infinite Fates and Beasts of the Briar, the Woven by Gold. So it's 7, but I can still do 7. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so there are other challenges that I'm doing that I'm going to go over really quickly in case you want to know. These books are not officially on my TBR, and it won't matter like for the game if I read these or not. But the first one that we do is the buzzword title challenge, and it's ordinal numbers this month, but she said that first and last do count. So the last thing he told me by Laura Dave is going to count for that, for the buzzword title. I do still need to read This Is How You Lose the Time War, so this will also be on the TBR, but not like officially, but I will be trying to read this one this month. And then next we have the buzzword title, or buzzword cover challenge, and that has to have accessories on the cover. Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter has a pearl necklace right here, and there's like a pocket watch, which I don't know if that counts as an accessory, but a pearl necklace certainly does. So that is going to count for that. And then the Read Good challenge, I haven't really decided. I own 2 books that will work for this. It has to have been nominated or won the Women's Prize for Fiction. That's the prompt. And I have 2 books that will work for that. One is Demon Copperhead. And I think I may have already read this book because I was reading the back of it and I was like, wait a second, I recognize this book. Like, I think I know what happens in part of this book. Unless there's a book that is extremely similar to this. I also like, I don't know. The other book that I have that has been on so many TBRs, so I really should read this one, is The Song of Achilles. I haven't decided which one I'm going to read yet. It'll depend on where I'm at in the month, I think, because like this one is quite a bit thicker than this guy. I mean, they don't look that much thicker, but this is heavy. I think this one has over 500 pages, and I think this is just over, yeah, it's like 350. So I'm probably going to end up reading this one, but I haven't quite decided yet. If you guys have like a preference, please tell me. Although I think I've already read this one. Now that I'm just not sure. Maybe I've read it and not finished it. I don't know. It's just such a familiar story that I feel like I probably have read it. When was it published? 2023, maybe? 2022. Definitely could have read this. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But if I start reading it and realize I've already read it, I might just continue because I obviously don't remember it enough, or I'll pick this one. I haven't decided yet. And then I needed to make sure I got a February new release on my TBR, and that was this one. So perfect. That is the TBR. It's 7 books, right? 4 physical, 3 non-physical, plus some others. But I think I can do it. I think I can actually do this one. We will see. We will have to see. I hope I can. Fingers crossed, because I just want to be able to do more mood reading, and if I have a long TBR, that makes it kind of impossible. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below. Definitely check out my recent video, which was talking about my Create-A-Sim for the Sims reading challenge. I'm so excited for that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.